Okay. Here we Okay. Here we Okay. Alright, here we go. Dwarf Fortress. Back again. Gonna create a new world with the entire point being raid and occupation. So we're gonna do a small world. We're gonna do number of sites. Ah, there we go. Very high. Civilizations will keep medium. Mineral occurrence, let's do everywhere. I am using Lazy Noob Pack just to let you guys know. Okay, number of sites. Let's go ahead and go. Ooh, I like this map. Oh, I don't like the fact that everything's cut off though. It makes it hard to conquer in the end. I also forgot to set the time of the world, so let's go ahead and abort that one and set history to short, just because it takes more time, you know? Okay, I can work with this map. I'm thinking about right in the middle so we cut down on travel time. Looks like we've got quite a few goblin fortresses around. Holy cow, that's a lot of goblin forts. But that's good for us because that's more people we can murder. Okay, let's see here. Alright, so we've got our world. I like the world look. I think we're going to play right in the middle. So we're going to go ahead and accept that. Saving information. Why what? Whoop. Why what? What did I do? Because we're playing Dwarf Fortress, obviously. Now we're going to start playing Dwarf Fortress. I'm going to be doing a raid and pillage trial this time, where we're going to try and occupy portions of the map. New mechanics. Yeah, man, it's fun. Let's see. Ooh, oh, it's Untamed Wilds. Is there any wilderness around? The only problem with Untamed Wilds is because then you get like man people, and man people, they have some issues. You can't chop them up and eat them. That is no bueno. Let's go for a smaller fortress simply because then we have more raiding opportunities. This looks like a amazing spot actually, so we're going to go ahead and embark. I've already got a pre-built one. Looks like we're missing something. What are we missing? We did not have something available. Let's try to use, okay, we got 2 goose. Got our plump helmet seeds. We got 91 points. Could do a third battle axe. No, we don't need a third battle axe. Oh, you know what? We'll just give everybody swimming. Oh, there is something I need to do actually. Proficient teacher. We actually need leader. There we go. Okay. So he's going to be our leader. He's proficient axeman. Let's see here. We're going to do another person as a... Yeah, let's give out some medical points. Let's go diagnostician, surgeon, bone... Whoa. Oh. That's why. There we go. Okay, now we actually have, oh, we forgot about that one. Let's do novice wound dresser. Actually, you know what? No, he'll learn that skill. But now we actually have a competent medical dwarf. Let's go ahead and hit save, enter, overwrite, embark. Never mind, I got 33 more points. Am I out of points yet? Yes. Okay. Embark. What do you mean medical dwarf don't fit? You have to have a medical dwarf. If you don't have a medical dwarf, bad things will happen. Coming from the person that never has a medical dwarf. Ever. Just because I don't use a medical dwarf. Normally. But I had points, so why not? Okay, let's take a look at our map. Little on the smaller side than I thought it was going to be, but that's fine. Just means our FPS is going to remain very high for a long time. Well, actually, I don't know. I might want to go larger size. This also limits the amount of creatures on the map. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and abandon this fortress. This will also give us another site that we can raid later on. We're just gonna build right next to it. Didn't quite realize how small it was going to be. So we're going to start playing Dwarf Fortress. You can also do adventure mode, which is fairly fun. That's something, Zam, I know you'd be more interested in, simply because it's literally the epitome of an adventure mode. Let's go with the normal starting area. Okay, freshwater swamp. Ooh, freshwater swamp. Kind of want the river going through the middle, but we could do that. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, so we're going to embark. Asuna, which is the... Now I have 33 more points available. Okay. Oh, that's why, because I didn't save it. Wait, I saved the medical dwarf. Yeah, I saved the medical dwarf. There we go. Alright. Embark! Hey, rubbing alcohol is a thing that perfectly works for all dwarves. Why drink it when you can just rub it on yourself? And then drink it. And, you know, rinse and repeat. You know, we need some music. Let's get the Dwarf Fortress music back up and running. It's far too quiet. That's a little high. There we go. How's that sound, guys? Still sounds high. There we go. Okay, let's take a look at my map. So the left side is flat. I actually really like that. I really like that. What is that? What is this? We have thing here. What? We have a bunch of dwarves sitting in a room that just exists on our map. I have never seen this before. What? Dwarf Fortress, what are you doing? Do I kill them? Do I let them live? Hang on, this guy's a legendary. Legendary what? Oh, he doesn't tell me. I wonder if I can invite them to my fortress eventually, if they just sit there indefinitely or something. We will find out. I'm almost wondering if they're the previous fortress. Okay, so we got our peasants here. Okay, so you're our doctor. You're our ex-dwarf. Let's make sure rarely sick and flimsy. He'll lose the flimsy eventually. The rarely sick is nice. Would have been better if he had actually, you know, had some decent skill. No comment to your comment. Okay, so, geez, so who's our expedition leader? Here he is. Okay. So we got. We're going to give you health. Actually, no, we're not going to give you health care. Recovery wounded. Battle wagons come very shortly. Engineering crafts, except for stone crafting, jewelry. I'll give you stone detailing and architecture. Alright. Now we have. This guy is actually going to be our farmer. No. I'm debating on whether I want the doctor to be one of the mining crew, and he mines and he just does healthcare, or if I want him to be a farming dwarf. You know, I think we're actually going to go with mining for him, and hopefully he just doesn't get hurt himself mining, because that would be terrible. Does happen, though. Oh, where was our... Ah, here he is. So this is going to be our woodworking, stoneworking dwarf. He's also going to be our militia dwarf. So eventually his roles will need to be filled because he won't be doing it forever. He's also going to be mining. He's mining. He's going to mine, except he's also going to have metalsmithing and wood burning. And then our other dwarf over here is going to have metalsmithing, except he won't be able to armor or weaponsmith. And he will mine. And then our last dwarf, who I think we assigned too many miners. We have assigned too many miners, so we have our farming dwarf. I'm so used to doing all of healthcare. Now I have to remove it for everybody. Just have one main dwarf doing that, and we will make him our chief medical dwarf too. We got a broker, which is our expedition leader, bookkeeper, which is expedition leader, manager, don't have that, don't have that, sheriff, don't have that, militia commander, we have that. Okay, I believe we're ready for unpause. Now we just have to figure out where we're going to build that we can find to be the most defensible. What spot do we like the best? I mean, over here's not bad, but it's right up against the edge of the map, so kind of. Plus, we're right next to the other group, so that other group still worries me. Ooh. Ooh, here's a good spot. Right here is an amazing spot. It's defensible. We can block all this off so we can have our animals right here. Yeah, we can do this right here. Let's go over a couple. Alright, so here's the entrance to our fort. We're gonna make a militia. Actually, that's kind of a small militia room. There we go. I like that size better. Whoop. Let's see here. Okay. Now, if you guys have questions about Dwarf Fortress, I have been playing for quite a while, so, you know, feel free to ask. So we're going to go ahead and cut down a few trees. Those are big trees. It's probably all the wood we're going to need for a while. Let's go ahead and make sure we get all of these ramps removed. As soon as Sticky Keys leaves us alone. We're going to remove those ramps, and we're going to remove these ramps. Don't really need to go up any levels, so... Whoop, missed one. Go away, Sticky Keys. Okay, we're going to remove probably that many ramps, then we can put a, like a wall, maybe right... Oh, I see. probably right in here. Just going to be more visually pleasing. Let's go ahead and remove these ramps. Whoop, let's not remove ramps in water. That's a bad idea. What? Oh, there we go. Okay. We'll keep the rest of our ramps for now, simply because we don't need to worry about that too much yet. But we should start seeing our dwarves do stuff. Why is nobody mining? This is potentially bad. Oh no, there they are. Okay. I was getting worried there for a second. Okay, let's make a wood stockpile for all this wood we're gonna get. We need a food stock. This is all temporary storage, just so it's not sitting like super far from our fortress. We're gonna go ahead and make a zone for all of our animals. Everybody but the cat. And also, don't forget to neuter the cat. If you get a cat, get one male cat to kill vermin. Neuter it. Cat explosions are real. They're annoying, and you can always buy another cat off of a caravan. Because like if you throw a male and female under a cat in a cage, by the time you take them out of that cage in like 5 months, there's going to be around 80 cats in that cage. And they'll be feeding 80 cats worth of food. Yeah. Gets a little interesting after a while. Oh, they're already becoming miners. See, the nice thing about digging straight through soil to begin with and killing all these soil ramps is that it ups their skill. They don't have a skill differential for how hard it is. Do we have 4 mining? Oh, yeah, we have 4 mining dwarves, yeah. Okay, so they're currently digging that out. Oh, so since we got some wood, let's go ahead and make some workshops. Let's make one of those, a craft dwarf workshop, masonry workshop. We don't have any stone yet, but we can still make one. We need a mechanics workshop. Don't really need it quite yet, but I just like to build it just to have it. We do definitely need a tanner and a butcher shop. And I do believe that's everything we kind of need for now. So to recap, we have a butcher shop, a tanner's, a mechanics, a still, because you need booze, mason, craft dwarf, because pots are actually much better than barrels, and a carpenter workshop. Again, if you guys want to know anything, feel free to, send a message. If you want me to go over anything, if you're new to the game, if you're more experienced, got tips or something like that, go for it, because I have been playing for a long time, but I've been learning a lot just this last week. They've also been implementing a new stuff, so if it's new, or I just didn't know it before, who knows? Like burrows. Burrows are new. Burrows are old, I just didn't know where the buttons were. Used to add each dwarf individually. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our entrance into the fort. Let's go down a few levels, see what we got. Let's go ahead. We're going to make this a stone wall for now, and we'll change that to stone later, or wood wall for now. Change it to stone later on. Alright, so we've excavated the militia barracks, which we aren't going to use just yet, but always keep it at the entrance of your fort. Stops people from, coming in, doing malicious stuff. Okay, so we got microlite. I actually like the microlite because it's a really nice material. It gives everything like the blue color. Oh, okay, so we have silver ore. Good to know. So we have silver. Let's see what else we get. That is not a type of metal. The purple rock is not a type of metal. Looks like we got more galena down there. Alright, so we've got a few levels of soil. That's good. So we're going to go ahead and excavate a stone storage, which we will use probably for the duration of our fortress now. Let's let them in from the sides. This just gives us a couple doors so we can, actually block it off if we really want. Actually, with the stone stockpile, it doesn't matter too much. So let's go ahead and just dig all that out. Again, another purpose for digging all of this out all at once, especially the soil, is that we're upping our skill. So when we do go to the stone, we're digging much faster than we would otherwise. Looks like they've already built most of the workshops. That's good. That's nice. Oh, that reminds me. I'm going to have to give one of the miners... Actually, I'll give him stone crafting just for now. We'll give wood crafting too. Let's take wood crafting off of this dwarf. He already has enough to do. Let's give him carpentry as well. Eventually he'll just be a carpenter. He's like our jack of all trades expedition leader at the moment. Just for all of our non-specializations. What is going on? Oh my god, no. No! Why are these dwarves over here? If they want to join my fortress, I'll accept that, but like... Wait, is that a liaison messenger guy? It's a broker. I have a commander. So I'm not really understanding what this is about, like... They just kind of had... What is this? Is this fortifications? It's a linen wall? And a linen... And a linen pillar. They made a wall out of cloth? I've never seen that before, actually. I didn't know that was a thing. So while our dwarves are excavating, we can start making some stuff. Let's make like 2 doors. It's probably all the stone we have at the moment. We can go ahead and make some splints. There we go. We got some splints being made. By the way, to anybody who's just coming in, welcome. I've just started this fortress. The purpose of this fortress, by the way, is going to be centered around our raiding, the raiding mechanics. So we're going to go like, you know, we can see all the different sites. Oh, that's a lot of elves around us. Do we have any non... Oh, here's non-elf. That's a big... Alright, so it looks like we're at peace with these goblins. Got some artifacts around here. I mean, it looks like there's a lot of very heavily populated. Here's one that's not, but that's also dwarves, so can't do anything with that. Here we go, the dwarven... So these are actually dwarves, but we're at war with them. They must be a different sect. They don't have a lot of... They only have the 2 spots. So each symbol and color of that symbol is a different faction. So it looks like there's 2 there, and there's one down here of 20. So there's a lot of artifacts around. So that will definitely be a prime target. That's probably going to be our main target going forward. Okay, let's see. Still excavating. So that's just going to take him a second. We won't do a whole lot on the surface just yet, but we don't have any idlers, which is good. We have everybody, you know, actually doing stuff. Any animals on the map? We have some carp. A lot of carp. Oh, it's still going. Oh, holy cow. Okay. That was maybe like 10, 12 carp. No, it's more like 20, 30 carp. By the way, for most people, when they do this game, they usually have like hunters, you know, or something, right? I don't use hunters very often simply because you can just have your militia dwarfs do it and they gain skills. It's kind of like a, you know, it's a catch-22. It's like, why not? Or no, not a catch-22. It's just like, why not? Why not just have your militia dwarves do it? Now later on, when you get migrants who are hunters, I'm like, yeah, you know, let them go ham on it. But otherwise, yeah. Let's see. We've already made like half the splints, so let's go ahead and make some crutches. So the starting, when you're first starting the prepare carefully, right? Or the starting setups usually have you with like wheelbarrows and splints and, you know, minecart. Take all that off. It's a waste of points. You can literally just take 2 seconds and make them since they're wood anyways. Just chop down one tree, make them all. Oh, look, you just saved yourself like 200 points that I spent elsewhere. Never recommend starting with a wheelbarrow because you can literally just make one and prioritize it. We will have wheelbarrows though. Like this stone stockpile is kind of overboard. This will probably do us, I'd say, for 70% of our mid game. And then, you know, obviously late game we might have to have more, but we're also going to be using a lot of that stone too. So my current fortress has a space this big, and I've got 100 dwarves, and it's maybe like 10% full. Just because I'm using so much, especially with pots. You'll be making a lot of pots. Can we make make a still? We need blocks and mechanisms. Let's go ahead and make a block. Let's prioritize the block, and let's go ahead and make one mechanism. We're going to prioritize that. Make a little well for our dwarves. This is a warm area too, which is nice. So that means the water won't freeze over, which is going to be great for us. Oh, here's something we can do. So you see how this is like 3 levels under our fortress, right? We could make a channel 4 levels down and put a little well here. So we will have a in-fortress freshwater source. Let's double check, make sure this is all fresh water. It is fresh water. We can do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and tell them to excavate a channel going near our stairway. Do be careful on this step. Bad things happen if you, you know, screw it up. So actually we'll just do it from the inside. So we need to dig a tunnel from here. So we're gonna go up by 1 level. And we're gonna do a ramp here. Oh, that was actually like perfect. Okay. So we're gonna have 1 dwarf working on this. What? Oh. Wait. Why is there a hole here? Did he just dig through the level? Oh, he dug through the level above. So it worked like a channel. Okay, so we're just gonna make that a floor real quick. Oh, I see what I did. I did the ramp on the wrong level. That was supposed to be down a level. Okay, my bad. There we go. Now we're gonna go over all the way to the water. This is the first. Usually, you know, with the elevation, I don't get to do something like this, but this way we will have fresh water in our fort always, so it's going to make us a little more prepared. Should I have done that to the main stairwell? Maybe not. I could have done like a thing to like our food source as well, but that's fine. The carp is fighting what? Alligator? Alligator is attacking the carp, boys and girls. Okay. So they've almost got this area done. Let's go ahead and get our food stockpile. You know, we could do our food here as well, but I really don't want to. I want to make this like the wood storage room, you know? Let's go ahead and make that too. So it's going to be like our wood storage. And we'll have our furniture storage right here, and all of our other general storage is going to be down near our workshops, which is going to be down there. Let's go ahead and make this our food storage area. No, I really don't want the food, because when we find caves later on, hang on, actually we're just going to remove all of this here. We're going to make everything in like stone, aside from like the stone stockpile itself, which we could have done a couple more levels down, honestly, but that's fine. We'll do our farms on this level here. But we'll have a separate stairway going into the farm from the food stockpile specifically, just to make it a little more defensible. I like to do it off the main path, so that way you can block it off. Okay, let's see here. Here we go. Okay, we got water filling up this tunnel. We're gonna go here, we're gonna build our well with blocks. There we go. Oh, that reminds me, I need to make some buckets. Oh, we got some idlers. Okay, so we need to get people doing stuff. Okay, so let's make some buckets. Make 10 buckets. That should be good for the short long term. We got our mason, we got our still. Can't do anything with the still yet, we're still excavating. Alright, so they are done excavating stone storage. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our workshops and stuff going. Let's make sure we're not near that massive... Okay, we're like right next to that water. Let's go down an extra level, just to be safe. Alright, so we are going to have... Actually, we could do the wood deposit with this. Let's see how far this goes real quick. Alright, so this will go to here and here. And we're going to go ahead and put like... Let's see, let's go ahead and assign these stockpiles real quick. Go ahead and make like this the wood stockpile, and then this is going to be our metal stockpile. That's a little funny, but we'll go ahead and keep that. So that's going to be regular. It's going to have that. This is going to be metal ore. This is going to be no metal ore. And then this stockpile here. Actually, we'll do this for metal. And this for metal. Just because we might actually get a lot of metal ore at some point. We'll see. Alright, so let's go ahead and start making this up. So we're going to do our bar and block on this side here. Yeah, so let's do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, forgot to include the middle walkway. Actually, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Forgot to include the middle on that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a bar and block. We're going to put our entrances right there. We're going to do the same size. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. So that's going to be our storage, which should be more than enough storage for that side. Then we're going to have our stone workshops here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We can go ahead and just merge this. So that's going to be a few right there. This side, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do the same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay. So they're going to go ahead and excavate all that real quick, and then we'll start getting our workshop set up. We're going to do this for storage here. So this is where all of our furniture is going to go. We're just going to go ahead and do it like that. So furniture needs to be fairly large. We're actually going to make this our wood storage. Simple reason for that is then we can make that a stairway up right there. And then we're going to make right here our finished goods. Yeah, so we're going to wrap this around. So that's going to be our finished goods stockpile, and then we're going to have like our everything else stockpile in another spot. Okay, so we have successfully made our well, and it's not going to flood our fortress in the process, which is good. But now we have fresh water in our fortress at all times. Currently, there we go, game was saving for the month of summer, so we're a fourth of the way into this fortress, which means we need to get food going. So we're going to put food on this level. We're going to bring it... We're actually going to go ahead, do it like this. Do a path going down here. And we're going to do it off of this right here. So we've got our food stock. This is going to be ale. And then we're going to have food right here. Let's actually go ahead and cut off this. Oh no, we'll just make that workshops. Okay, so we'll just make this to the edge of the map here, because why not? And then we've got our actual food stockpile. And then on this side, we're going to do all of our refuse. So we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be our workshops here. And then our actual, let's see, we're going to do on this side, this is going to be our like active refuse stuff. And then over here is going to be all of our non-active. This is going to be like our bones, tissues, stuff like that that we don't really care about. Let's go ahead and make that right there. Could actually streamline this a little more. Let's go ahead and make the entrance to all of this right here. It is important to make it like either a 2 doorway or 2 1 square doorways, simply because we want doors. Otherwise my asthma will filter into the fortress and that makes a lot of people unhappy. So let's go ahead and prioritize the rest of this real quick. That way we can get our workshops up and running. There is also one other thing we need to prioritize real quick. As soon as I get all of this. Alright, so that's all prioritized now. Okay, so we're just going to kind of wait for this to finish real quick. We are mining out some Glenna in the process, which is nice. So that means we're going to have a lot of stuff for us. Okay, so let's go ahead and make the entryway to the farms right here. Oh, that's actually kind of perfect. I don't know how I feel about that only being 2, but that should be fine. You know, actually, we're just going to cut that off. Alright. So we've made this a little more defensible now. So we're going to go ahead. That's going to be our seed stockpile. And then we've got our actual farm. We're going to do farm here and here. Again, we want to be careful about going too close to anything specific. Let's go ahead and get rid of like this corner here and just make this a full nice corner there. That can stay. Okay. So we've got all that planned out, and they're going to prioritize that as soon as they can get to it. There we go. Alright. So they're just going to finish the rest of this little area up real quick. Oh, one dwarf is already going to go start that. Okay. Which is all we really need, because he's making a hallway. So until he gets out to the surface, we're not going to really feel that. Let's see here. Okay, we're almost done with this workshop area, which is nice. Alright, we're actually going to disallow people from gathering stone for the moment, simply because we want to make some wheelbarrows before they do. We're still making those buckets. You know, let's make a couple more carpenter workshop, just because we're going to have a lot of orders right now. Actually, you know what? We're going to make those a little closer to the wood stockpile that we currently have. If you notice, I'm not currently making a whole lot of priorities right now. Let's see here. Okay, we've got that going. Oh, cool. They're digging out the farm right now, which is perfect. So we're going to go ahead, set this up, block all permit seeds. Always make a seed stockpile right there, and disallow seeds from your current food stockpile. And then after doing that, make sure to give to a pile or workshop. We're going to go find the seeds right here, and we're going to hit enter. Okay, give to food stockpile 10. They're going to take all the seeds from this food pile outside, and they're going to take it downstairs. Should. Theoretically. If they aren't stupid. That's a problem that does happen, by the way. Dwarves can be very stupid. This is why prioritization is a thing. Okay, so we've got all of those. Is there anything else we really need from here at the moment? Let's go ahead and make some bins. That's gonna help with our storage. Oh, that reminds me. Did we ever make a pen pasture area? We did. Okay, we're gonna need to make a farmer's workshop, which is actually going to remain outside. There we go. Oh, right, we can make our doors. So this is going to keep all the vermin out of our fortress at the moment. We're actually going to also remove this pillar right here. And we're going to make some more doors. Let's go ahead and just make 10 more doors. Oh, and we can also make some more mechanisms, which we will be using. Oh, excuse me. Gotta get that coffee, right? Alright guys, give me just a moment. I'm going to go refill my coffee cup. I will be right back. Actually, what am I talking about? I can still talk to you guys while refilling my coffee. Wireless headset. They're so nice, aren't they? And I just stepped in something the cat left me. Okay. So, a lot of times in Dwarf Fortress, what I see a lot of people doing is they're not really thinking defensively when they're building their fortress. And, you know, most of the time, are the goblins really going to come into all your defenses? Most of the time. Most of the time they're going to go into all your defenses if you build it right. And I'll be showing you guys what I like to do with mine. I actually like to cut off an entire section, like what I have right now, my current level. I'm going to cut it all off. And I'm going to make a bridge going down, and I'm going to make a moat around the end of that bridge. And I'm going to make it like a little fortified spot. People are actually going to go up a stair, go into the fortress. So from there, everything is secure. But I like to, the bridge itself is a defense measure. I like to put all of my dwarves at the end of my bridge. Second they get on that bridge, I pull the lever, which is in the, it's in my burrow area, which is food depot, right? So I pull that lever, and anything on that bridge, it's gone. Alright guys, give me just a moment. Hey, I just remembered that I actually do own a webcam, so I'm going to go ahead and plug that in just real quick.
this webcam was... Oh, that's why. I was about to say, it was not built to go on here. But it is. I'll have that set up in just a second. Okay, guys, give me just a moment to get this webcam set up. Aha! It works! Yeah, everything default should be fine. Let's go ahead and move that. Ooh, there we go. Let's make that a little smaller. Perfect, there we go. Alright. So we got that all set up. Thanks for bearing with me. I was unmuted. Just want to make sure. Okay, and let us continue. Okay, so we currently have that wall going down. We're going to go ahead and replace that with microlight already, now that we have microlight. There we go. Ooh, we have mostly microlight, which is nice. I really like the blue color of the microlight in this texture pack. However, we really need to get this farm going, so let's get this going real quick. Let's get that farm plot. And we got our main farm plot. What? No, not a paved road. As much as a paved road might look nice in here, I really don't want it in the farm. I'm sorry, guys. Again, not the paved road. I keep hitting O instead of P. There we go. Okay. So we got the farms being made. What? Hello? You know what? Who said you can't fish in the middle of your fortress, right? Let's just make yourselves an underground food zone. You know, why not? Let's just go ahead and make this a channel, and yeah, we're just gonna totally mess that up. Oh, actually, no, we didn't mess that up. We're just gonna do all the way around. There we go. Look at this. Oh, ewe is starving. And it says ewe, but that's actually a word for sheep, by the way, if you guys didn't already know that. Sheep, males are known as rams, and females are known as ewes. E-U-W. I know this because we actually did have animals growing up. We had dogs, cats, sheep, llama, goats. We had... I don't think we ever had an alpaca, but, you know, we've had our fair share of animals. So we're going to go ahead and shear a bunch of sheep. Let's make sure. So we got our militia commander, we got our expedition leader. We have our chief medical dwarf, our broker, and our bookkeeper. We do need a manager, and a hammerer, and a sheriff. But the sheriff, with all that stuff we can wait on. The manager we actually do need. So there are mechanics. I have the Dwarf Fortress, the DF hack, which you can see additional options with DF hack, which is part of Lazy Noob Pack. Very nice to have. Highly recommend Lazy Noob Pack. I use Paradax Errants, or Paradins, something like that. It's Paradax Errant. I'm just gonna go with that. I use his tool. All right, there we go. So we have a way we can fish now. So I'm just going to designate this as fishing and water source. Water source fishing. Okay, so can I set a priority for that? I cannot. Okay, that's fine. But now if we have anybody fishing, they'll actually just fish right there inside of our own fortress. It's kind of cool. Not gonna lie, it's kind of cool. Until an alligator comes in, but that's a story for another time. You know, just thinking about that. Let's go prioritize a door. Let's go make sure we have a door. Maybe a floodgate too. Let's prioritize the construction of at least one door. Looks like They can't shear animal? Did they already shear animal? This is interesting. They should be able to shear it. They can't shear an animal. What about spinning thread? Can they spin a thread? Come on. Come on. Oh, he must be hauling like some stone or something. Now let's go ahead and get rid of this other wall. Whoop, D, N. Oh, another thing when you guys are starting your fortress, go to O, which is your set order, and we're going to go to refuse. We're going to gather refuse from outside. If you don't enable that, they will not gather dead bodies that can be butchered. We're also going to allow them to reclaim used animation, or ammunition, reclaim used animation. How many memes does that count, enact for? Account for. What? Uh-oh. Damp stone. Oh, okay, I see. So, this is just one of our storage areas, right? So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get rid of that. That's fine. The rest of that can be dug out. See, that's damp stone there, but that's fine. Wait. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. As long as we don't build a fortification there, we'll be fine. If we build a fortification there, it's not going to be pretty. We might do like a floodgate control system in this room at some point. Plus, it's our finished goods, so it's kind of we can always save it later if we're really careful about it. There are ways to do it. It just involves making a pit, draining all the water into it as fast as you can without more filling it up, and then fixing the hole in this room as quick as you can. Okay, there shouldn't be. Is there a delay going on here? Settings. So when are you going to join my... but your voice is not going through your headset. It's... Oh, okay. Thank you very much for letting me know that. That would have been nice to know. Give me just a second, guys.
Okay, can you guys hear me through my headset right now? Let me double check. Alright, there we go. Now it is going through my headset. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Ooh, we've struck gold. Who doesn't like gold, right? I actually would prefer iron personally, but the Pits of Torment Play has founded a half-day's travel to the north, and it looks like it looks to you and your thriving economy for its future prosperity. Did somebody just offer me did somebody just say I'm your tributary now? Like, we wanted this, but economically linked to you. The Dark Goblin Pits? Wait. Alright, so we have a goblin territory that is economically linked to us. And they're just under our control now. And it's like a 50-ish population. That's, okay. A civilization capture fortress. But why are they economically linked to me specifically? Did they just essentially give it to me? Because I can't request workers, which is kind of interesting. I can still raid it, and I can do other stuff to it, but I'm not going to. It's economically linked to me. But that should mean I receive tributes from it. Pretty sure I receive tributes from it. Let's go ahead and make a trade depot. I'm going to do it down here. We're also going to make a bridge. I'm going to have to make 2 bridges. Okay, just in case. 3 across, make that bridge there. And let's make a bridge down here. There we go. Alright. I mean, the whole point of this is to raid and conquer. But, okay, have a good one, Sam. Oh, here's one for you. Erman 1. So, question. I started this fortress, right? There was a linen tent over here. Linen walls, linen pillars, linen roof. Or linen floor. Yeah, roof, essentially. And now they're just sitting here at my wagon. Never had that happen before. I've never started a fortress and just had random, like, 7 dwarf group spawn in on my my map there before. So that's kind of new. Yeah, I know, right? Look at this. There's just a camp here in my embarkment that had dwarves. And it was dwarves, look, and they're just sitting here. I've got a peasant, a chief medical dwarf, expedition leader, bookkeeper, broker, commander, and none of these are mine. Dwarves. 125. Oh, and a hammerer as well. It's almost like it's just a starting group, but they assigned everybody like a role, so they got something. I did have a fortress near here, but like I abandoned it because I didn't like the spot. So it could be the people from that. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the history. If I went back and looked at the world history, it might tell me. But I've never had that happen before. Wait a minute, do I have their animals too? Oh, that's a pit and pond. No wonder why nobody's in it. Okay, no, those are my animals. Yeah, it's weird. So what I'm wondering is when I get like a liaison and like a temple and all of that, if they're going to request sanctuary or just request to be citizens of my my realm, essentially. That's kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen, but we'll see, you know, we'll see. Let's go ahead and plant some plum helmets and some other stuff. Okay, so we've got our storage space set up. Let's go ahead and get this started rolling. Oh, mouse. Can't quite fit it all into there. Okay, so now we're going to go finished goods. Get rid of that. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. It's all the same color. What was it? Oh, this is wood stockpile. That's right. X is meant to be there. Yeah, I could understand that, but like, there's an actual camp on my map, and they're dwarves, and now they're just part of my fortress. I don't think they're eating my food, but if they are, that's annoying. By the way, guys, for those that are watching and are interested, I am trying to set up a file pass group where, you know, each person plays for, say, 2 years, and then we pass it to the next person via, like, Google Drive. So if that's something you guys are interested in, you know, it adds a whole new level of stuff because you never know what you're going to walk into. You never know what that previous guy did to your fortress, you know, to, you know, fuck it up. Smelter, we're going to go workshop F, build our forges. Let's get our bar and block set up. Disallow metal. Wait a minute. No, allow metal. Disallow everything else. And then disallow metal. There we go. Because that's our, yeah, wood furnaces. Oh, dude, magnetite is great because that's iron, right? I'm pretty sure that's iron. I have Glenna and I have relatively not deep magma for forges. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so here is something. So I've been playing since like 2005, right? Something I've never seen before. You know the cave networks, right? you know, you dig down, you find your cave network. So I dug down with up downstairs in a corner of my map. This is on my other fortress. This isn't my main fortress. I could swap to that if you guys want me to. I just wanted to make a brand new fortress, you know, for the viewers, because, you know, coming into it, you have no idea what's going on. This way I've actually, you know, created it in front of you. I found my cave network. I found it on level 182. And the bottom floor, which I couldn't see at first, is 1102. Yeah, it drops almost all the way to the bottom. I think it's like 180 levels, something like that, of just a straight drop. So that was very interesting. And then I had humans showing up, and they wanted to do monster slaying, so they've been just kind of going through the cave network, slaying things that I can't see yet. So that's been kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and get some rock pots being made. We do need some rock pots. We need to shear some animals if it'll let me. Really need those. Really need that thread. We got some thread. It looks like. What do we got here? We got just a couple pigtail thread. Yeah, so not much. I don't know why our ewes aren't able to be sheared. It's extremely long. Okay, so they should be able to get sheared now. Yeah, there we go. Finally. Maybe they just weren't quite long enough from the start. Anything is possible. This is Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, magma I really like. The only thing I don't like is crabs. I have started some fortresses specifically to get like a volcano, like I've done, like, you know, set up your own world from scratch kind of thing. Let's see. This is wood stockpile? Yeah. Wait. Yeah, okay, so that's... Could actually, you know what? I want to make that, I want to make this the metal storage, honestly. So we're going to go ahead and disable that. We're going to go ahead and permit stone. Metal ore. I really like its location more, you know? We're going to go ahead and make this regular stone. Alright, so all metal ore should go down there. Do we ever get those wheelbarrows all made? We did. Okay, so we need to start assigning wheelbarrows. So let's do, say, I made 20, so let's say 4 per, so that's 4. Oh, okay. I didn't know how loud it was. How's that? Is that better? If you want me to turn down more, just feel free to let me know. I don't know how, I can't really hear it on my end. I have the Twitch muted, simply because obvious reasons. Echo upon echoes gets annoying. Actually, let's go ahead and make that a full 10. Let's go ahead and make this a full 10. And then we've got 3, 6, 10. Perfect. Okay, because I believe we made 30 wheelbarrows. Actually, I think I only made 20. Let's make 10 more. Yeah, if you have any comments or ideas, you know, something you want to see, let me know, man. I'm open to all ideas right now. Currently just trying to get my foothold down, get all my workshops up, my storage going. Let's go ahead and tell them they can get their stone. That's going to take them a second. Build. Workshop. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and we'll make 3 of those. 2, and we'll do 3 mason workshops. I will eventually need them. We'll do carpenter workshop, do 3 of those. Then we're going to need a leather works, a bowyer, a jeweler. What am I missing? Oh, mechanics workshops. We'll make 2 of those. And we are still missing a few workshops, so we're going to go ahead and make another room. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and give that priority. We don't have anybody idling, which is good. What are we digging out? Oh, we're digging the... Okay, no, we were digging the food stuff. Okay, the food stuff's dug out. I just need to finish that up. We have more Glenna. We have Glenna everywhere. We will have no shortage of silver, which is great because weapons. However, we still need some form of ore that we can use for armor, so that's something I'm worried about, because not having armor is a huge deal. Silver weapons are nice, but I'd rather have just copper throughout the fortress. If, you know, over anything. So we're going to go ahead and make a loom, a clother. What am I still missing? Oh, we need a soap maker's workshop. Oh, we can actually already just make a soap maker. Nice. And then an ashery. Need block. Okay, that's what I thought. I knew I was missing something for it. Let's see. Hey, that's nice. Okay, so we just got our... We got an armor? Why is he so far into the map as a... What the... What? Explain this one to me. Explain that one to me. They're spawning in the middle of nothingness. What is... You know, maybe I should dig down. There will just be a fortress right there. Actually, I kind of want to check that. If there's a fortress there, that's going to be a thing. Ooh, we have a legendary armorer? Okay, well, we know who our new armorer slash weaponsmith is going to be. Ooh. I'm not understanding this right now. This is definitely interesting. Okay, what is your skill? We have an expert diagnostician, master surgeon. Okay, well, doctor, it was short-lived. We have a new chief medical dwarf. We're gonna go ahead and give you, all of healthcare, and as side work, we're gonna go masonry, stone to tail. And we're gonna go ahead and get rid of that horse fowl. Don't really need it. We have a spinner, master spinner. Okay, we have a legendary spinner. Has anybody else noticed that dwarves that are coming into the fortress are much more likely to be like a legendary at some skill? Like, I've noticed that I have a lot more people that come into the fortress as legendary. But explain to this to me, Airman. Why are my migrants spawning in the middle of nothingness? Like, just they're in the middle of the map. Look at this. Like, right here, where you see this. Yeah, look at that. They're just spawning out of thin air. That's okay. I did have it allow more sites, so that's possible. We're going to make you shearing, spinning, cook. So we have our cook now. Oh, you know what? I didn't give anybody butchery tanning, didn't I? You're going to be stoneworking. Okay, we're going to turn one guy into a butcher. Oh, we have a metalsmith. He's only adequate, though, so I'll just make him into everything else. Furnace operating, blacksmithing, metal crafting, as well as wood burning and architecture. Next dwarf, we have a woodcutter. How good is his woodcutter skill? He's an accomplished woodcutter. Okay, well, we'll give you carpentry, crossbow making. Whoop. And we're going to go ahead and give you woodcrafting, just because why not for now, until I get somebody else that can do it. Okay, so we actually just got our first hunting-related person, which is nice. We have a farmer. You know what? I'm sorry, he's not a farmer anymore. He is now in the militia. I cannot pass up his skills. Oh, we got a puppy. Okay, that's nice. We got a clother. Okay, so we no longer need to worry about a clother with nothing but woodworking. Dwarf Fortress. Come on, man. You should... Okay, let's go. Weaving, clothes making, strand extraction. I really don't want to go... Is that the end of it? Okay. That's the end of it. Oh, no point doing that yet. I don't have my militia barracks set up yet. Okay, who is here? So farming, he is going to lose a few things. We don't want him brewing. That's fine. We don't want him shearing, spinning, or cooking. Everything else he can do, and we'll give him stone detailing if he has nothing better to do. Oh, right, this dwarf. He has hunting, healthcare. Wait, why does he have healthcare? No, he should not have healthcare. You know, I don't know either. Things are just kind of happening right now, and I'm just kind of rolling with it. Wait, hang on. The militia commander? Why are you... Oh, okay. You know what? Oh, he's the militia commander, though. One of those guys I just got. Who... You know what? That should be fine. We'll have you as our stone crafter. So our stone crafter is also going to be our clothes maker, which is going to be a little interesting, but that should be fine. There we go. Because he's already a legendary clothes maker, right? He's a talented clother. That's fine. He's also a skilled woodcutter. Yeah, all these are suspended, guaranteed, until they move all this stone up, which they're working on right now. Let's see. Okay, you've struck more gold. Wait, what? Where? Oh, nice. Yes! We're saved, everyone. We're saved. We have copper. Okay, we can now make armor. We have weapons, we have armor, we have silver, we have gold. We are set on metal. If we find iron too, I'll be ecstatic, but I'm very pleased that we at least have copper, because I've had fortresses where you have nothing. You just have like zinc and you know, maybe silver, like you're happy because you at least you can make weapons, but most of the time you're just trading for metal toys so you can smelt them down, because metal toys are actually pretty cheap, which is nice. Workshop you, let's make our butcher and our tanner. And also oh, actually all 4. There we go. Now we have our refuse stockpile, which that actually might be expanding a little faster than it was supposed to. We're going to disable all of those. What? No! We only have 2 of those! Wait, how did it get stuck in a tree? Oh, why is there a U stuck in a tree? Let's at least get the body down. How did it get stuck in a tree? And that tree specifically. It's in the middle of nothing. Game. Why did you kill my sheep? How many sheep we got left? We got 3 sheep left. Okay, at least that's something. Why are they going out of the... this needs to move over. Oh, actually, you know what? The wood stockpile could just be moved underground at this point. Workshop. There we go. Okay. So we can remove those now. I mean, I guess I could always kill them, but there's no point killing them. We have capybaras. Those are actually kind of a little scary, so we're going to leave those alone. Alright, what are we waiting on? Oh, I see. We have a dwarf making some mechanisms. Let's remove half of those. We don't really need that many at the moment. Let's make a few more buckets. And let's go ahead and make some beds, I guess. Just to keep people happy. Let's see. Okay, so we got some food being produced. We've got this being mined out right now. Let's go ahead and prioritize that. Oop, wrong way. There we go. Alright, this way our dwarves will actually do that shit. Alright, so we have our craft dwarf workshop. Perfect. So let's go ahead and tell that to be making pots. And get rid of our craft dwarf workshop on the surface as we no longer need it. Okay. Alright, I'm tired of that flashing X. Let's see here. Again with the flashy. Alright, what are they waiting on? Oh, so that's suspended. That's all waiting on masonry. Okay. Do I not really have like a... I don't have a dedicated mason yet. We're getting there. Not yet though. Can't really send anybody out on raids. I've only got 2 people, so. Which means 2 of my 15 are not able to really do anything at the moment, but we also did double our dwarves in the first little bit. Okay, cool. We cut down that tree. Which should have got that U out. Okay, so wait a minute. No. This can't be from my previous fortress. There's a dwarf with legendary skill down there. Unless it's like legendary talking, which is also possible. Knowing this game, anything is possible. Okay, we got more gold. We really need to go and find another source of that tetradite to mine. So we need to make a new mine shaft. We can make it over here. Let's see. There's gonna be like an easily defendable spot. Oh, we have autumn. So which means we need we have our trade depot. I take that back. We have a trade depot at the moment. Soon as the game responds. There we go. Alright, why is there such a delay? Hang on 1 second. Properties. Trying to figure out how to change the delay for the stream, because there's a slight delay, and I don't remember how to change it. This is actually my first day back streaming, by the way, guys. I haven't streamed in quite some time. But yeah, now we're back. I got back into Dwarf Fortress hard when I discovered that you could do all of this with the sites and conquering. Yeah. Makes things a lot more interesting. Let's go ahead and unpause. Wait, why did it pause? Autumn has come, that's why, okay. Let's go ahead and tell them to prioritize that so we can get some workshops set up. All the workshops out of Microline. Love Microline. That's just such a nice color to it. Oop. Sorry, didn't mean to shake you guys. Ah! Perfect, okay. Note to self, don't shake desk. fishery, and then some kitchens. X for kitchen, Z for kitchen, Z for kitchen. There we go. So now we have some kitchens. Oh, we can put the rest of our refuse pile here. Oh, don't tell me the... no, it's not rotted yet. Should be able to butcher it still. I hate when things rot and then you're like, ah, man. Something that's really nice when you start a fortress is having like coal and iron at the same time. So you just smelt some coal and then just use the coal to smelt more coal. Completely avoid using wood. How much wood do we have? We have a little bit of wood. We don't have a whole lot of wood. Caravan has arrived. And our tree depot's ready. Oh, but we don't... we only just started making ale, man. True, yeah. Well, here's the thing though. It used to be you could strip mine your entire surface, and it just would take forever to regrow. I've noticed that if you cut down some swaths and then just leave it, you cut down a certain section, 1 square, and just keep rotating, you're fine. If you really need a whole lot of wood. If you're making a lot of pots though, you really won't need that much wood. But if you swap to barrels in the late game, because obviously you can only mine a finite area, so really just depends on your play style. Let's see, anybody else that's suspended? That's suspended. That's all good. We need to get those stills up and running. Who is our brewer? Oh, we don't have a brewer. That's right. We don't have a brewer. So we're gonna steal somebody. And Hunter, sorry, man, you're a brewer now. Your entire purpose in being is now to brew. Okay. Well, we've stolen a brewer. I mean, their skill goes up so fast, it really doesn't matter if you take somebody who has literally no skill in brewing or not. But for now, in this specific trade, we can just trade pots, which is what we're going to do. Oh, and wheelbarrows as well. Pot. I hate the fact that the wheelbarrows are mixed in with the pots, because I don't want to sell wheelbarrows. Okay, so we've got all of our empty pots. We have some barrels, but that's fine, they can stay. We have a fish barrel, seed barrel, we have some wood, we've got some, yeah, so the rest of it we won't say. So we're only trading a few things, so we're not going to get much from this caravan. Sometimes by now I could have an entire like room full of, oh. I'm a barony! that was fast. I guess we'll have our expedition leader be the Baron, just because, there's much to share. What do we want to discuss? So, apparently they're giving us free stuff. Yeah, that's a little early, but, I'll take it. I'm not going to not take it. Let's go ahead and get some more ewes. And dogs. Dogs are going to be important for war parties in our future. We could do, like, pigs. Just for food, but we're not going to. I mean, actually, I will take that. We'll just have to keep the population under control, but that is free food. You don't have to do anything to upkeep them. We'll also do some llamas. Again, we can use them as food. We have some geese already. Let's go ahead and do plump helmets. My last fortress I had to get up to like 80 dwarves before they made me a barony. This one, I'm at 11 dwarves, and I'm a barony. It almost makes me think that I'm going to become the next person that gets the royalty, the throne. We'll see on that. Let's see. Oh, this means I'll be able to assign an occupation. Nice. Okay, so who... let's go ahead and make it, no, that's not him. Hunter Spinner. Actually, we might do Spinner. Let's go ahead and make our messenger the Spinner. I know he'll need a office maybe, but okay, let's see here. So we've got our furniture stockpiles going. We've got some barn block going. Still waiting on a lot of hauling to be done. Aha! There we go. Okay. Oh, he's gonna make the other still real quick. I like it when they actually, you know, move shit to get these stills made in the workshops. A lot of times they don't. They just sit there and they're like, I'm just not gonna do it. And I'm like, why? Why won't you just do it? Oh, hello. This is actually not flush up against the edge of the map. There we go. Let's see. What do we got on the map to kill them? We got ducks and drakes. Okay, let's actually go have them kill those ducks. Get some food. I believe that's all the pots already, so let's go ahead and have... He's constructing a building. It must be a workshop. Oh, he's on his way to the trade depot now. Oh, what's this? We got dead something. That's just a shrub. Interesting. V is a shrub. Okay, we can trade. So let's see. We have 210. We really can't buy much at all. We don't have a lot of wealth at the moment. Next caravan, I'll be able to buy practically everything they have. Well, not literally, but you know. Let's see. What should we buy? I'm thinking just getting maybe some seeds, if they have any plump helmet seeds. Ah, they do have one bag. Okay, so that's 50. So that's like a fourth of what we can buy. We have 160. We can't even buy a cloth bin. We could buy a leather bin. Let's go ahead and buy a leather bin. I know you get a lot of leather as you go, but we can, you know, we can actually use this. I really don't know what else we should even look at buying. We could do some blueberries, and then we could actually plant some above ground if we really want to later on. It'll also add some variety, which will keep our dwarves a little happier. Ah, I hate this. Okay, let's just take... we're not getting any blueberries, and we're... Okay, he was happy. I was about to say, if it declined again, it's really going to make him unhappy. What I don't like is it doesn't matter about the wealth as much. They get annoyed if you get a lot of items. I could trade them one axe worth a billion, right, or whatever, and they'll only maybe let me get 20, 30 things because they're like, I can't fathom you getting X amount of items unless you're giving me, you know, a shitload of items. So a lot of items that are worth less is actually better, which is why I mostly just trade primarily booze. Because you're trading a lot and it's also still worth a decent amount. Alright, where is the edge of this wood stockpile? Is that it? Okay, that's it. Because the wood stockpile, I actually believe it's downstairs. Wait a minute. No, I got rid of my wood stockpile. Let's see, the wood workshops are on that side. So let's go ahead and make a wood storage right over here. And you know, we'll fill this up with wood as well. May as well. Use all that space, right? Cannot brew. We don't have any drink producing plants at the moment. Okay. That's okay for now. But now we can actually get our drink storage up. So now we have a spot to actually put our booze. Let's go up to the surface. Let's delete all of our stockpiles that we no longer need. We're still going to need cloth stock. Actually, no, we can just get rid of that, all those stockpiles. We don't need any of those stockpiles there right now. Okay. And then we actually have our... Whoops. And always remember to disable seeds as well, because seeds are going to be up by our farms. The tanner is still waiting construction. And nobody's butchering anything. That's, what are you? You're your stoneworking. You know what? You're also going to be our butcher. That's why the U rotted, just because we didn't have anybody. So our medical dwarf is also our butcher, which actually isn't that bad. That's fine. As long as he doesn't like butcher out a rotten corpse and then go work on somebody's body in a surgery, right? That might actually be an issue. I don't know. I don't know about how that would work in this game. Like, it could be an issue, it might not be an issue. It just depends. Depends on the game. Why are they still trying to kill those ducks? Oh no, they can't get to the ducks. Were those bridges ever made? Yeah, that bridge is made, and that bridge is made. So where are the ducks? Carp has given birth to... Okay, to young, nice. I'm looking for something... Where did it go? Maybe it's up a level. Huh, I don't know. Okay, they're using the bins. Alright, let's get some weapons made for our dwarves. The merchants will be leaving soon, that's fine. We've already traded everything we want to trade. Oh no, that's right. The metal's right there. Okay. We have one workshop, like 2 workshops that got suspended. Oh shoot. What's it under? It's under jobs. Job list. Job list J. No, wrong one. Is it under O? Yes. Workshop orders. Do not auto loom all thread. Do not auto collect webs. They can auto cut gems. Okay. That's an important thing, guys. That's very important. If you auto loom all of your cloth, which is a default setting, which is weird, you weave all of your yarn into cloth, but you need that thread if you want to do any suturing. Like, you can make some cloth, obviously, that's fine, but I wouldn't do all of it. Cloth, let's make some shirts. I don't really know what to make, so I just make 10 of something here and there. Give me just 1 second. I want to turn off the AC. It's getting cold. Oh, that's why it's cold. I'm like, there we go. I mean, the more carps on the map, that's fine for me. They're all sitting right here too, like prime targets. I like how you can make a well a meeting hall. You know what? Let's make it a meeting hall. Make it a free room. Oh, we are out of wood. Time to cut down a few more trees. I like these giant trees, they're so nice. Yep, that's what I thought would happen. They're all sitting here at the watering hole. I mean, that's one way. I could lock the door and just let them all those guys starve and take their stuff, but I'm pretty sure they don't really have anything. Yeah, they don't really have anything. Oh, that reminds me. We can actually let our dwarves do stuff now. Forget how to change F1 to a new location. I know there's a way to do it. I just forgot how. It's hotkeys, maybe? Ah, okay. Let's change. Clear that. And oops. Oh, whoops. Okay. So hotkeys. Zoom here. No, actually, we'll do like right here. Zoom here. Now we can close that. Okay, that makes it so much nicer, man. So I've actually never really used hotkeys before, but we're going to now. We're going to go hotkey 2, F2, and we're going to change it to workshops. Zoom here. Oh, this makes it so much nicer. We're going to go hotkeys, F3, food, zoom here. Okay. Oh, that's all Glenna. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Still doing. Okay, so we're out of tetrite. Okay, that's fine. Weapons and armor, silver. We're going to do the first squad as battle axes because we always do battle axes for the first squad, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and make some copper mail shirts. Make that an important thing to be made. Make the battle axes. I've only got 2 dwarves, but I just like to do for all 10 all at once. Here's one for you. I got a question. Do you prefer mail shirts or breastplates? I don't really know the difference. High boot, low boot. I mean, a low boot is just like your ankle, I guess, is kind of more revealed, but would give you maybe more maneuverability. I don't really know the difference. Oh, okay, just make a masterpiece right off the bat. Nice. Oh, he has an armor, so there's that. Oh, shoot, somebody else is doing... Yeah, you are, aren't you? Yes, you are. Oh, no, not you. The other dwarf is. Gotta wait for him to come back. Yeah, he's on his way back right now. There he is. Hey, more migrants. That's huge. Okay, now we're going to be filling up the militia. Okay, I will take you. Not you. Okay, so you are going to be making... What do I want you to do? Honestly, we need another farmer. Plant gathering, plant processing, architecture. Oh yeah, yep. Your militia for sure. Woodcutter, militia for sure. Papermaker, agile but very flimsy. Go ahead. Get rid of the yak. Get rid of the donkey fowl. Another woodcutter, agile. Okay, I like that. Could also be in the militia. We got another chief suture. Okay. We are going to make you a... We already have a brewer. We don't really have a lot of masons though. Carpentry. Let's make you a mason. Oh, actually we'll keep the llama. Oh, we have a weaponsmith. Adept. Okay, so we're actually not going to have you doing metal smithing. We have enough metalsmithers, so I think you're just going to be a jeweler. Alright. Okay, so we have a possessed. He is going for the carpenter workshop. Fine by me. Oh, do we have a baron yet? We don't have a baron yet. It's interesting. I wonder, wait, no. What role were you filling? So you were doing carpentry, wood crafting. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's see, where are you on this list? Oh, there we go. I did shirt, let's do trousers. Perfect, okay. It's begun a mysterious construction. Okay. Let's go back over. Okay. Mysterious construction. Let's see what he makes. We do need to make... I've been making pots. Oh. Oh, we must be out of cloth. Okay. Let's unsuspend that. Oh, we're gonna need some sarcophagus. What's the button for? Let's see. Coffin P. What are my mining dwarves doing? They're not doing a whole lot at the moment. Did I make a... I totally made a leatherwork right there. That should not be there. Leatherwork I do have should be making some water skins. Let's see, what else do we have? Nothing to really go after. Ashen cabinet as a family heirloom. Okay. Let's see. Are they still hauling? Yeah, they're still hauling all of the stone. That's gonna take them a hot minute. Oh wow, we have a lot of stone. That's nice. Oh, let's see. Did they finish those yet? They finished those. Okay. Armor, copper. Let's go ahead and make greaves. Let's see, okay. Oh, I like how he's prioritizing the greaves over anything else. We got one battle axe left. Oh wow, he finished that fast. doesn't mess around. He knows what he's doing. Nice. Now that's done, we can do armor, copper, helms. Oh. Alright, so we're out of copper. Let's go ahead and make that mine shaft we were talking about doing earlier. Let's go ahead and make it over here. There's nothing I got going on over here. Let's go down that far. See what we find. Ooh, we got puppies. Oh, we also need some kennels. And we need to train our animals. Let's go with war training, war training. Hello, cat. The cat has come to say hello to everybody. We got a lot of hauling going on, so there's not a whole lot being done in the fortress right this second. Let's go ahead and change priority on the mine shaft. There we go, now they're digging it out. Oh, I found tetradite. That was fast. What? Oh! Man, I'm sad I made anything out of copper now. I am so sad I made anything out of copper. Cancel the rest of this gear, cancel the rest of this gear. We have iron, boys. That's huge. So we have iron, silver, copper, gold. That's like the 4 major food groups. All in one. Oh, whoa, when did that happen? There we go. But we have... Ah, fudge. Oh, we found that cave fast. So we need to seal that up. Right here, build a seawall. Ooh, what else we got here? It looks like we got native silver walls. lot of metal around here, which is nice. I really like that. We have a lot of different types of metal too. Let's see, let's find all this iron ore. Let's see, there we go. One of the very few times I'll actually ever use the mouse. Only when I'm digging for specific stuff. Oh, nice. Huge vein area right there. Found more gold. Found more tetradite. That's all the hematite I think I can find around here at the moment. competition. Ring cloaks. Yes, go for it. Let's see here. I need to change the weapons from silver. I guess silver weapons are fine. Iron. Finding a lot of metal around here. More tetradite, more glenna. Holy shit, a lot of glenna. Aha! There it is. Just so much ore. Let's see. Oh, here's where you can actually see your offerings. Okay. Let's see. Giant cave toad, huh? Oop, one moment. Ah, nothing important. Alunite? I don't know what alunite does, but it's a thing. I'm gonna have a lot of gold. Ooh, native aluminum. what stibnite is, but interesting. Okay. Oh, we're on to year 2. So we've only gone 1 year so far. That's doing pretty good for 1 year. Let's see. So I got breastplate green, so I need gauntlet. So I got gauntlet. Oh, what? This would be good for like maces. Canoe, work order, iron, axe. There we go. Okay, guys, I am going to be getting off for now. It's been fun. Follow if you want to watch in the future. I do have Discord. I will be posting it in the channel right now for you guys if you are interested. And there you are. If anybody wants to join, you're more than welcome to. Oh. Alright, I've linked my Discord into onto the panel here now, so it should be there for you. You guys are welcome to join at any time. Otherwise, I bid you guys adieu. And you guys have a good one. I'm going to log off for now. But it was fun playing. Enjoy.